Sports and the National Football League so proud to welcome you to the southeast section of Brazil and the world-renowned city of Sao Paulo. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Chicago Bears.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Sao Paulo. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Here come the reigning AFC champion Patriots, led by the MVP runner-up from a year ago, Drake May, now in his third season.
Still young, but growing in stature and savvy with every start. Ended up the MVP runner-up last season, 35 total touchdowns, and led the Pats to the Super Bowl before losing to the Seahawks.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's May. He'll swing this out to Henderson.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw, it's May. Got a man, it's Kayshon Boutte. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, it's May. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A 5-yard gain.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They'll throw with May.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here's second and 10. To the air, May. Throw right inside, going to be taken in by Henderson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal.
This from 25 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Time for the Bears offense to take the field. Their QB, big strides in 2025, hoping to establish himself as one of the best in the league this season. The former Heisman winner, Caleb Williams.
The former #1 overall pick, he is truly becoming the Bears franchise quarterback that they've been seeking for a long, long time. Now, trying to get to 30 touchdown passes and 4,000 yards in a season, as well as getting to the Super Bowl.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
To the air, Williams. Open man down the field, that's a Dunze. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 36 yards. That's another Bears.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A first carry now for Kyle Monangai. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Monangai taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Just to get this off my chest and left my heart broken. Seeing how goofies are moved for the green. Saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to watch set it ablaze? Don't get me heated, ain't no way to control the inferno. Feel the spirit of prodigy, I've been keeping it thorough. I'd rather do it by my lonely than fake with the pack. And if you can't stay down, then stay where you at. I feel like we the new standard. I'm going over the matters from information I gathered. I'm finding the answers. I've been
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And beyond the the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Patriots headed out as you get a look at Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator. These guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Throwing here is May.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Those are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. May. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Got him in. It's Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get rid of those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third down at 6. To throw, it's Williams.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A little juke. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's May. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
They're going to throw, May.
Hunter Henry brings it in.
And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
That's a great job of knowing how much they need for a first down. He didn't force it down the field, just found his man to get a new set of downs.
This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Before you let me out the
cage. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Looking to throw is Williams. To the left side into the hands of Adunze.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Throwing is Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
from 17 yards out.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Now the point after try for Santos. this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half.
At their own 27.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And 3 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's a gain of...
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he spins through and able to get this out to the 25.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Williams.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
In motion, the tight end.
Here's Williams.
And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 27 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First down,
Well,
Patriots.
CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's May.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
May going to hold on to it.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
To throw, it's May. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
From the gun on 3rd down is May.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
It's a loss of 2.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
That's caught left side, Burden.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
out of bounds.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
New England's offense set to go.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Henderson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On the draw, it's Henderson.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
71 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On 1st down, it's Henderson.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll throw with May.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
May going to try to throw for it.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. Pass complete to Loveland.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Second and 7.
Back to throw. Williams.
That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA